Hey, what's going on, everybody? Stock Catcher here. What a day, guys. Over 1000% rip and ramper CMBM. My team was over this all day today. Yesterday I said VSCE over 500% gapper in like 40 minutes. If you're not part of the team, just hit subscribe right now, guys. Join the team. This is the life-changing stuff, and this is seriously a crazy opportunity. I think that the coming months there's gonna be a lot more plays. I'm 100% sure there's gonna be a lot more plays. And today I'm going to be giving some more potential stocks as well. And before I do that, let's talk real quick about CMBM. This one ripping face, just going crazy. So I said before it made that big move up, before it ran over 1000%, when it was up over 300%, you could verify. I said it not just on YouTube live stream, I said on Twitter, I said on Stockwood, that there is just going to be a swan coming. If you're new to trading, or if you don't know what that means, a swan, a black swan specifically, that is when a crazy, something that is like crazy move happens. For example, SPRB, that was almost a 3000% ripper. This stock ran over 1000% today, guys. So you might ask, how did you know when it was on 300% it's going to rip over 1000%? Well, the thing is that when you're talking about trading, right, a lot of people, like I'd say more than well over half of people, I think over probably like 80% of people, when the stock moves a lot, like 100 to 100%, they think it's too high. And I'm not just talking about bulls, I'm talking about bears as well. So what they're thinking, and mentally they're thinking that, it's not just the bulls but the bears as well. They'll be like, oh, 100% is too high, let me short it. Or the bulls would be like, oh, I don't want to chase it, it's up 100%. They don't want to get bagged, right? So that's the common perception. So this is what I noticed for years. I've been doing stocks many years. Every single time you see these stocks, I'm not saying that it's 100% of the time, but a lot of the times when a stock goes up 300%, what's going to happen is a lot of bears, they're going to start shorting it, right? As on top of that, longs are going to start to get exiting into position as well. And then once the stock gets extremely crowded, like a lot of people are just shorting it, a lot of people are thinking it's not going to go higher, what ends up happening is it actually even goes higher, 400%, 500%, and then shorts add. And then what do you expect? The stock is low float as well. So if you're talking about low float stock, and then shorts get piling on top of each other, and then once the stock starts to rip in face, halting up circuit, they can't exit, they're trapped, the margin call, it just goes higher and higher. And then after hours, there's no halts at all. There's completely in a very bad situation. Basically, if you still don't understand the concept, I highly recommend you check out my educational videos. I post a lot of videos talking about this concept, where in trading or stock market, high goes higher most of the time and low goes lower. So next time, I'm telling you guys, I say over and over that you have to be prepared for these type of moves in trading, because these happen pretty often, in my opinion, actually, where stock goes crazy over 100, 200%, especially nowadays with all these huge amount of volume and chat rooms as well. A lot of people are participating in trading. There's 100% sure, I'm guaranteed there's going to be a lot more ripper rampers over 100, 200% in the coming weeks. It's a promise. I'm just 100% sure. So you have to be prepared, guys. So that was not the only stock, by the way, today that really big move up. There was many more stocks. For example, ERNA. I talked about that stock right when the news came out. This was just like VC. You could check the time I posted it, the news, right, for ERNA. And then it just ended up just ripping face today. It ran crazy to almost $3 a share. And then I said to the team, step-by-step analysis as well. So what a day today, guys. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot more days. So let's get into the plays that have potential today. First stock that I recommend you guys keep a very close eye on. This is a stock I made many videos on, actually. I think I made 3-4 videos on it. Is GEVO. So GEVO stock, this is a stock that used to run a lot several years ago. And this was one of my favorite plays back in the day. But lately, the price action is definitely more on the heavier side. But what I like about the stock is that they secured a conditional commitment for $1.46 billion loan guarantee from the U.S. Department of Energy for their Net Zero 1 facility in South Dakota. So this is designed to basically produce 60 million gallons of SAF annually. So GEVO stock, I also had several people asking me to make a video on this stock as well. They're saying it's undervalued as well. So some technical factors as well that you want to analyze on GEVO stock is that it's starting to form a multi-day type of setup after the pullback. Add GEVO to your watch list, guys. Next stock, we got to talk about APLD. This is a more expensive stock, but lately it's been earnings, right? Today, the earnings were just going crazy. For example, Meta, Microsoft, Chipotle, eBay, a lot of these plays are large cap, a lot of money flows going into these type of stocks, more expensive stocks. APLD, this stock, I did make a video in the past, but this stock is actually involved in digital infrastructure, data center, that's a big thing, data center, as well as high performance computing. So in my opinion, if APLD could basically get the growth and demand for computing or storage or basically edge infrastructure, right, there could be potential for this stock to grow even more. I know that it's up quite a bit actually if you go to APLD's technical chart, but I'm looking at the potential multi-day setup if it holds over those key levels as well. APLD, you have to monitor the stock. So next stock, this is a similar scenario like the one stock I mentioned earlier. I mean, the previous stock, APLD, this is BKKT. So BKKT, same situation. This is a more expensive stock. It's like definitely not one of those cheap pennies, right? But same scenario. This is forming a potential multi-day setup. And BKKT, again, if focusing basically on the infrastructure when talking about digital asset, as well as I also looked into how the stablecoin payment angle as well, and also crypto infrastructure. So BKKT, keep an eye on this, guys. And remember, I talked a lot about these crypto type of stocks. Remember, I talked about CAN when it was only like 88 cents. You could verify. I talked about CAN. I talked about many of these stocks like BitF, BTBT, BKKT. You have to keep an eye on the stock, guys. Basically, the market cap as well. The market cap potential as well, right? Potential upside in terms of growth. So next stock you gotta watch, guys, MVST. I made a video on this stock, I believe a month ago. You could check this stock, Microvast Holding. This is basically like a battery technology EV angle play. And if you remember what I said yesterday or the day before, remember I said clearly that these battery, EV, metal, mineral, this is not gonna die anytime soon in my opinion, guys. You really have to pay attention to this type of sector. A lot of Wall Street, according to simply Wall Street analysis, MVST is seen as significantly undervalued, but giving its potential, talking about its potential battery technology as well, right? So MVST also has high amount of also analyst rating as well, basically like bullish analyst rating. And MVST, in my opinion, if it could scale production as well as margin, we're talking about the battery sector, there's basically more upside, is what I'm trying to say, right? Especially considering the fact that all these lithium as well as these type of talks has been going on a lot around as well, right? So keep an eye on MVST, guys. Next stock is NUAI. This one I talked about many times since it was cheap, and it's just been going ripping face, just ramping up like crazy. But the reason I'm still mentioning it, remember what I said in the beginning of the video, right? Just because the stock goes high doesn't mean that's the top, right? And I'm not saying that the stock's gonna keep going to $20, $30, but I'm saying that you have to remember that when a stock is trending, when a stock has high volume, once it's starting to push, making new highs, there's great potential for continuation, right? Is what I'm trying to say. So NUAI, this stock, you really want to pay attention to the stock, right? Next one, you have to watch, guys, SLS. SLS, this one, again, I made one video on, I believe, but I had several people asking me about this stock. So this stock has, I believe, catalyst coming forward. I looked up quickly the cash position. The company, in terms of the cash position from the recent months, June 30, 2025, they have over $25 million. And they're basically trying to advance to phase 3 trial, right? For another drug, basically, right? So SLS, you really want to pay attention to the stock. Also, in terms of the competition as well, when you're talking about other stocks in the sector. And I apologize if I had to pause sometimes in the videos because I'm recording outside and it's like really noisy, so I was trying to block out the noise. So there's only like 1 or 2 stocks left. You really want to pay attention to ARBB. This operates in IoT, basically. The IoT sector, in my opinion, is just going to get bigger. It's large, and on top of that, we're talking especially as industrial IoT, logistics and asset tracking. The stock ARBB is forming a multi-day setup. If ARBB could monetize IoT application, they could basically grow even further, right? So ARBB at the current price levels, when you're talking about potential catalyst, like potential contract, potential scaling, this is in a really interesting price area. I'm going to be watching this one closely, right? So next stock is Erna. Erna, this one I said earlier, right? This made a really big move up based on the news today I had. And the reason I'm mentioning that is because once the stock has great news and then it makes a big gap up in the pre-market, there's oftentimes, this happens often, where it ends up doing a continuation in the coming days, right? As long as there's no offering, or as long as there's no like complete round trip. Round trip basically means when a stock that makes a big move up, it goes back to goes back to the price it started. As long as it doesn't do that, it holds those levels, and then shorts kind of get trapped as well. On top of that, this could move higher. So I'm going to be watching ERNA. At the time of this video, if you check the stock, I'm just doing it right now. If you look at it right now, it's over $2. I'm recording this outside during after hours, so I'm just checking on my phone. So it's over $2. That's the key area, $2. I'm looking at the stock. It has resistance, obviously, over that 285 level. That's where it tried to break out, but then it got stuffed pretty hard earlier. I said on the live chat that bulls got trapped there. So now I think the shorts, you gotta pay attention. You gotta be careful over that $2 level for possible continuation. Considering CMBM ran over 1,000%, a lot of people, I'm 100% sure, they're gonna have FOMO. They're gonna be pushing stocks, in my opinion. Pushing as in like being interested in trading, because when a stock goes over 1,000%, this is like clockwork. Every single time, the next couple days, people get a lot of FOMO. Next couple weeks, so you really want to be locked in and try to focus on these stocks, right? So that's pretty much it for the video, guys. Like I said earlier, if you're not part of the team, I highly recommend it, guys. Just subscribe, join the team, because there's going to be a lot of opportunity, right? I don't want to just keep saying it, but it's just every single day I just find these plays. So hope everybody has a great night. I'm going to see you guys on the live stream. Let's just go great. Let's just have a great rest of the year. All right, guys. So I'll catch you signing out. Have a great night. Good night, everybody.